Stop scrolling. Take a deep breath. You did not click on this video by accident, and I need you to understand that right now, in this very second, there are no coincidences. There is only divine timing. If you are hearing my voice, it is because a specific frequency has been unlocked in your life, a frequency that demands your attention. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That strange, persistent sensation that something is about to happen. It wakes you up at 3 a.m. It distracts you in the middle of a conversation. It is a heaviness in your chest that feels like anxiety, but deep down, your spirit knows it is something else entirely. It is not fear, it is preparation. The universe, your angels, and the hand of God have conspired to bring this prophetic announcement directly to you because you are standing on the precipice of the single greatest shift of your adult life. We are talking about a repositioning so massive that it requires your physical reality to break down before it can break through. And at the center of this shift is a connection you have prayed for, cried for, and perhaps even given up on. We are going to talk about your divine match. We are going to talk about the soulmate connection that has been written in the stars and sealed in scripture long before you took attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Your first breath. And I am going to tell you something that might shake you to your core. The name, the identity, and the nature of this person will shock you. It is not who you think it is. It is not who you have been looking for. It is exactly who you need. But before we reveal the identity of this person, and before I explain why you have been kept in a season of isolation for so long, we must address the symptoms you are experiencing right now. Because if you do not understand the signs, you will mistake this blessing for a burden. You will think you are falling apart when, in reality, you are being assembled. Let's be honest about where you are. For the past few months, or maybe even the last few years, you have felt a growing distance between you and the world you used to fit into perfectly. You look at your circle of friends, people you have known for decades, and suddenly you feel like a stranger in their presence. The conversations feel shallow. The activities you used to enjoy now feel draining. You might be sitting at a dinner party, surrounded by laughter, yet you feel an overwhelming sense of solitude. This is not depression. This is elevation. In the laws of physics and in the laws of the spirit, you cannot move to a higher dimension without leaving the lower one behind. What you are experiencing is a holy unrest. It is a spiritual eviction notice. God is making you uncomfortable in your current situation because if you were comfortable, you would never move. You would stay in the familiar, and you would miss the destiny that is waiting for you. Think about the eagle. When the mother eagle knows it is time for the eaglets to fly, she begins to remove the soft feathers and the comfortable lining from the nest. She exposes the thorns and the sticks. She makes the nest uncomfortable. Why? Because she hates her children? No. Because she knows that they were not created to sit in a nest. They were created to soar in the skies. You are feeling the thorns right now. You are feeling the sharp edges of a job that no longer fulfills you, a house that feels too small, or a city that feels like it has nothing left to offer you. This is the first sign that your divine match is entering your orbit. Your spirit is being detached from your past so that your hands are free to embrace your future. If you were still holding on tightly to the wrong people, the wrong habits, and the wrong environments, there would be no space for this new person to enter. God is clearing the deck. I want you to type, "I trust the process," in the comments right now. Do it as a declaration. Tell the universe that you are not afraid of the cleaning process. Now let's talk about the specific, undeniable signs that this meeting is imminent. The most common symptom reported by those who are on the verge of meeting their kingdom spouse is the phenomenon of the 3 a.m. awakening. You wake up suddenly. You are wide awake. Your mind is racing, not with worries about bills or chores, but with a sense of urgency. In the spiritual tradition, the hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are known as the fourth watch. It is when the veil between the physical world and the spiritual realm is at its thinnest. When you wake up at this time, it is not insomnia. It is an invitation. It is a divine appointment. God is downloading strategies, wisdom, and preparation into your spirit, while the rest of the world is asleep. He is tuning your spiritual radio to the frequency of your partner. Many people report that during these hours, they feel an intense wave of love, a feeling of being held, even when they are alone in bed. That is the spirit of your divine match praying for you. Just as you are praying for them, they are praying for you. The connection exists in the spirit realm before it manifests in the natural realm. You are feeling their energy seeking you out. But here is where it gets challenging. Here is the part nobody tells you about. Just before the breakthrough, all hell tends to break loose. You might be facing financial pressure that makes no sense. You work hard, you save, you do everything right, yet the numbers don't add up. Or perhaps you are dealing with sudden, unexplained emotional volatility. One minute you are hopeful, the next you are in tears. Why does this happen? It is the principle of the slingshot. To launch something forward with great velocity, you must first pull it back. The tension you feel, the backward motion, the feeling that you are losing ground, that is the pulling back of the slingshot. The further you are pulled back into the darkness, into the pressure, the farther you are about to be launched into your destiny. This financial pressure or career instability is often designed to break your dependence on your own logic. God is trying to get you to a place of radical surrender. Your divine match is not just a romantic partner, they are a partner in purpose. They are coming to build an empire with you, a ministry, a legacy. To do that, you need to be stripped of your ego and your need to control every outcome. You are being humbled so you can be exalted. I know it hurts. I know you are tired of being strong. I know you look at couples walking down the street and wonder, when is it my turn? What is wrong with me? Let me tell you this. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not damaged goods. You are a masterpiece in the kiln. The heat is high because the value is high. Cheap pottery is baked in an hour. Rare porcelain is fired for days in the hottest flames. You are being prepared for a relationship that is not just about Netflix and chill. You are being prepared for a power union. This brings us to the most critical part of this message. Who is this person? And why did I say their name will shock you? We live in a culture that is obsessed with types. You have a type, you like them tall, or you like them with a certain career, or you have a specific image in your mind of what your soulmate looks like. Maybe you are imagining a knight in shining armor who will come and rescue you from your problems. Or maybe you are looking for someone who fits perfectly into the life you have already built. Here is the truth that might sting a little, but it will set you free. Your divine match is not coming to rescue you. They are coming to complement you. And often, they come in a package you did not expect. The shock comes from the fact that God chooses what you need, not what you want. In the Bible, look at the story of Ruth and Boaz. Ruth was a widow, a foreigner working in a field, dusty and tired. She wasn't looking for a rich husband to save her. She was working. She was in her purpose, doing what she had to do to survive. Boaz wasn't a young, dashing prince. He was a man of substance, a man of integrity, likely older, established. He noticed her character before he noticed her beauty. Your divine match might be someone you have already met. It might be someone you put in the friend zone because they didn't give you those immediate volatile butterflies that you mistake for chemistry. Real chemistry, kingdom chemistry, is calm. It feels like safety. It feels like coming home. The toxic relationships of your past gave you highs and lows, and your nervous system became addicted to the drama. You think love is anxiety. You think love is chasing. When your divine match appears, or when your eyes are finally opened to see them, it will feel boring at first to your trauma, but it will feel like peace to your spirit. This person will not play games. They will communicate clearly. They will honor your boundaries. And because of this, you might almost miss them. You might overlook them because they aren't triggering your old wounds. The name of your soulmate will shock you because it might be the name of someone from your past who has gone through their own transformation, or it represents a nature you never valued. Perhaps you always dated the bad boy or the exciting girl, and God is sending you the protector or the nurturer. The shock is the realization that what you wanted was keeping you sick, and what God is sending will make you whole. But there is a deeper secret here, a secret that only those with spiritual maturity can grasp. The name of your soulmate is also a reflection of the attribute of God that you are lacking in your life. If you have lived a life of chaos and war, your soulmate's spiritual name is peace. If you have lived a life of rejection and abandonment, your soulmate's spiritual name is faithfulness. If you have lived a life of poverty and struggle, your soulmate's spiritual name is provision. God sends people into our lives to manifest His nature. When you meet this person, you will realize that they carry the very medicine your soul has been crying out for. This is why the connection will be so intense. It is not just biological, it is theological. It is God loving you through flesh and bone. Are you ready to receive this, or are you still clinging to your list of requirements? They must be 6 feet tall. They must make 6 figures. Throw the list away. The list is an idol. The list is your ego trying to dictate to the creator of the universe. Tear it up. Instead, pray this prayer. God, send me the person who will bring me closer to you. Send me the person who sees the greatness in me that I am afraid to see in myself. Now I want to give you a practical tool, a way to accelerate this timeline, because while divine timing is sovereign, your participation is required. You cannot sit on the couch and wait for the doorbell to ring. Faith without works is dead. The universe responds to action. It responds to preparation. If you knew with 100% certainty that your divine match was coming to your house for dinner next Saturday, what would you do? You would clean the house. You would buy the best groceries. You would fix that broken light bulb in the hallway. You would prepare an atmosphere of welcome. You must do this with your life. This is the preparation phase. Look at your life right now. Is there room for another person? Is your closet full of old baggage, literally and metaphorically? Are you still texting an ex-partner just to keep a door open in case? Close it, slam it shut and lock it. You cannot invite the new while you are entertaining the old. The name of your soulmate will shock you, but the timing will surprise you even more. It usually happens when you finally let go of the obsession with finding it. It happens when you fall in love with your own life. When you wake up in the morning and say, God, if it's just you and me for the rest of my life, that is enough. I am happy. I am whole. In that moment of true surrender, you become a magnet. You become irresistible. Desperation repels, wholeness attracts. I need to warn you about the counterfeit. Just before the real thing arrives, the enemy often sends a counterfeit, a person who looks like everything you asked for on that list we talked about. They are charming, they say all the right things, the chemistry is explosive. But there is a catch. They drain your energy, they require you to compromise your values, they isolate you from your spiritual grounding. This is a test. It is the final exam. The universe is asking, have you learned your lesson, or will you settle for the shiny object instead of the gold? If you are in a situation right now that feels like a constant struggle, where you are always confused, always anxious, always trying to prove your worth, that is not your divine match. That is the distraction. That is the delay. Your divine match brings clarity, not confusion. Scripture says, God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. If there is no peace, there is no God in it. It's that simple. Now I want you to visualize something with me. Close your eyes for a moment if it is safe to do so. Imagine a golden thread extending from your heart, glowing with light. It stretches out of your room, out of your city, across the landscape. It goes over mountains and across oceans, and somewhere on the other end of that thread is another heart. It is beating in rhythm with yours. They are feeling a tug right now, just as you are. Every time you pray, you send a pulse of light down that thread. Every time you work on yourself, you shorten the thread. You are reeling them in. There is a specific date on the calendar, a day that already exists. On that day, you will walk into a coffee shop or a library or log into a meeting or bump into someone on the street, and you will look into their eyes and you will feel a shock of recognition. It won't be the dramatic movie scene with fireworks. It will be a quiet, profound realization. Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. And when you learn their name, you will smile. Because you will realize that God has a sense of humor, and God has a plan that is better than anything you could have dreamed of. But you must survive the transition. You must navigate this holy unrest without giving up. You are in the wilderness right now, yes, but the wilderness is not a place of death. It is the pathway to the promised land. The Israelites had to cross the desert to get to the land of milk and honey. You are crossing your emotional desert. Do not turn back to Egypt. Do not go back to what is familiar just because it is easy. The old version of you, the one who accepted crumbs, the one who tolerated disrespect, the one who made yourself small so others wouldn't feel insecure, that version of you is dead. Let it stay dead. Rise up into your power. The person coming towards you is looking for a queen, not a servant. They are looking for a king, not a boy. They need you to be fully stepped into your authority. I want you to take a moment and think about the qualities you truly need. Not tall and dark, but kind and patient. Not rich and famous, but generous and wise. Write down 3 qualities in the comments below. Let's manifest this together. By writing it down, you are signing a contract with the universe. You are saying, this is what I align with. And here is a secret for those of you who have watched this far. The shocking name might also be a literal sign. Pay attention to names you hear repeatedly in the coming days. Do you keep hearing the name David? Do you keep seeing references to grace? Sometimes the universe drops literal breadcrumbs. Be a detective in your own life. But the ultimate revelation is this: the love you are seeking is already inside you. The divine match is not coming to fill a hole. They are coming to overflow your cup. If you go into a relationship half empty, you will attract a vampire who will suck you dry. If you go into a relationship overflowing, you will attract someone who wants to swim in your abundance. God is building a power couple. He is looking for 2 people who, when they come together, become a dangerous force for good in the world. 2 people who can pray together and shift the atmosphere. 2 people who can build wealth and fund charities. 2 people who can raise children who are whole and healthy. This is why the wait has been so long. The assignment is too big for a hasty connection. So if you are crying yourself to sleep, stop. Wipe your tears. You are not rejected. You are reserved. You are set apart. You are VIP. And VIPs don't wait in line. They wait in the lounge until their table is ready. Enjoy the lounge. Enjoy your solitude. Read books, travel, learn a language, get fit, pray, meditate. Become the person you want to date. The shift is happening. The wheels are turning. The angels are dispatched. I want to pray for you before we end. Creator of the universe, I speak to the person listening to this right now. I command the spirit of heaviness to lift off their shoulders. I break every chain of past trauma, every soul tied to toxic ex-partners, and every word curse that has been spoken over their love life. I declare that their eyes are open to see the signs you are sending. I declare that their nervous system is calmed and regulated. I call forth their divine match from the north, south, east, and west. I command the timeline to accelerate. Let there be a divine collision. Let them meet. Let them recognize each other. And let this union be a testimony to your grace. We seal this now. It is done. If you felt that prayer, if you felt a shift in your spirit, type "It is done" in the comments. Don't just watch. Participate. Your engagement signals your faith. And listen, if this message resonated with you, it's because you are part of this tribe. You are a seeker. You are a light worker. You are someone who knows there is more to life than paying bills and dying. We are building a community here of people who are waking up. I don't want you to miss the next update because the energy is intensifying, and I will be sharing more specific signs and more prophetic downloads in the next video. Make sure you have clicked that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, set it to all so you don't miss the 3 a.m. alerts. Share this video with a friend who has been struggling in their single season. You might be the messenger God uses to give them hope today. Remember, the name will shock you, but the love will heal you. The wilderness is ending. Your promised land is in view. Walk forward with your head high. You are a child of the Most High, and your inheritance is love. Real, deep, lasting, soul-shaking love. It is yours. Claim it. Until next time, keep your eyes on the horizon and your heart open to the unexpected. The breakthrough is here. But wait. Do not close this video yet. I know I just said goodbye, but as I was about to end this recording, a massive realization hit me that I cannot keep from you. It is the missing piece of this puzzle, and without it, you might actually miss the person I just prayed for you to meet. This is the code red warning that usually comes right before the blessing, and if you click off now, you might walk right into a trap that looks like your treasure. You see, there is a phenomenon in both spiritual law and psychology known as the counterfeit. Before the truth arrives, the lie presents itself. Before the divine match, the person whose name will shock you, steps into your reality, the universe often allows a test. This test comes in the form of a person who checks every single box on your logical list, but checks none of the boxes in your spirit. They will be tall, they will be successful, they will say all the right things, and they might even have a name that sounds significant to you. But there is a glitch in the matrix. When you are with them, your nervous system will not be calm. You will feel a rush, yes. You will feel that spark we are all taught to look for in movies. But listen to me closely. That spark is often not love. It is anxiety. In neuroscience, we understand that the brain is an association machine. If you have a history of chaotic relationships, if you grew up in a home where love was unpredictable or conditional, your reticular activating system, the filter in your brain that decides what is important, is programmed to recognize chaos as home. When you meet someone healthy, stable, and boringly kind, your brain might label them as no chemistry. But when you meet someone who mirrors your unhealed wounds, your brain lights up like a Christmas tree, flooding you with dopamine and adrenaline. You mistake this chemical cocktail for a soul connection. It is not. It is your trauma recognizing a familiar pattern. So here is the danger. The shocking name I spoke about, the person God is sending, might initially feel boring to your unhealed self. They will not play games. They will text you back. They will be consistent. And because there is no chase, no mystery, and no pain, you might be tempted to overlook them. You might say, "Oh, they are nice, but I don't feel it." That it you are looking for is the adrenaline of insecurity. You must detox your definition of love before this person arrives. I want to give you a litmus test right now. This is how you distinguish the counterfeit from the divine match. It is called the peace test. When you think about this person, or when you eventually meet them, check your body, not your heart. Your heart can be deceitful, but your gut and your shoulders. Does your stomach tighten? Do your shoulders tense up? Do you feel like you have to perform or audit your words? That is the counterfeit. The divine match will feel like exhaling. It will feel like taking off tight shoes after a long day. It will feel like, oh, there you are, I remember you. This brings me to a deeper spiritual truth that very few people talk about. The reason the name will shock you is often because it is attached to a package you didn't think you wanted. We all have a type. You might say, I only date creative types, or I only date corporate professionals. You have built an idol out of your preferences. But God is not interested in your preferences. He is interested in your purpose. What if your soulmate is a mechanic, but you've been looking for a musician? What if they are 5 years younger than you, and you've always sworn you'd never date a younger man? What if they live in a different country? The shock comes from the shattering of your ego. Your ego wants a trophy partner to show off to your friends or to prove to your ex that you won. Your soul wants a partner who will hold your hand in the hospital, who will pray for you when you're weak, and who will build a legacy with you. The universe is going to send you what you need, and it often comes wrapped in sandpaper to smooth out your rough edges before it reveals the diamond underneath. I need you to be honest with yourself right now. Are you addicted to the struggle of love? There are millions of people, good, spiritual people, who are subconsciously addicted to the longing. They love the yearning, the sad songs, the waiting for a text drama. It gives them an identity. If that is you, I say this with love. You must break that addiction today. You cannot manifest a presence if you are in love with the absence. You have to decide that you are done with the struggle. You have to decide that easy is allowed, that happy is safe. Let's go deeper into the symptoms that the shift is happening. I mentioned seeing names, but there are physical symptoms too. As your vibration raises to meet this new person, your old life will start to dismantle. This is what I call the Great Purge. In the weeks leading up to a divine meeting, you might experience sudden endings. A friendship of 10 years might end abruptly over a misunderstanding. You might lose your job or feel a sudden urge to move houses. Your car might break down. Electronics might glitch. Why does this happen? It is physics. You are shifting frequencies. The things, people, and situations that resonated with your old frequency cannot exist in your new one. They are being shaken off. It feels like a disaster, but it is actually a renovation. Imagine you are a house, and God is about to move a king or a queen in. He has to tear out the old carpet, break down the walls, and upgrade the electrical wiring. The construction phase is messy, it is loud, it is uncomfortable. But do not cry over the debris. The debris is proof that the upgrade is in progress. If you are going through this purge right now, if it feels like everything is breaking, type "I am under construction" in the comments. Let us recognize that this chaos is actually a sign of the impending miracle. Do not try to hold on to what is leaving. Let the dead leaves fall so the new growth can come. Now I want to share a technique that will accelerate this timeline. It is a method I have taught to private clients who were stuck in singlehood for decades, and once they applied this, the shift happened within months. It is called the empty chair technique. It works on the principle of the vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you create space, the universe must fill it. Right now, look at your life. Is there room for this person? Physically, is there room? Do you sleep in the middle of your bed, or do you leave a space? Is your closet 100% full, or is there an empty drawer? Is your schedule packed so tight that if they called you for coffee, you'd have to book them 3 weeks out? You are telling the universe, I am full, I have no room. You must create the vacuum. I challenge you to literally clear a drawer. I challenge you to sleep on one side of the bed. I challenge you to buy an extra coffee mug and put it in the cupboard. These are not just superstitious acts, they are physical affirmations. You are acting as if. You are training your brain to expect a presence. When you see that empty drawer, you will feel a pang of waiting, but then flip it to preparing. Say, this is for them. This signals your subconscious mind that the arrival is inevitable. Furthermore, there is a mental vacuum you must create. You must clear the X files. You cannot invite a new vibration while you are stalking your ex on social media. Every time you look at their profile, you are sending your energy back into the past. You are leaking the very magnetism you need to attract your future. You are a powerful generator of energy, but you have a cord plugged into a dead outlet. Pull the plug, block them if you must, delete the photos, throw away the old letters. You are hoarding ghosts, and ghosts scare away the living. I know this is hard. I know the mind says, but what if they change? Listen to me. If they were your person, they would... Attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.